Well, after all the build-up, finally play has happened at Roland-Garros. Day one, Daniela Hantuchová, former world number 5 and great friend of our show. Danny, welcome back, finally, together again.
Thank you and welcome to Paris.
Thank you.
I mean, you could not pick a better first day of a tournament.
Yeah.
I can't really remember when was the last time, and if ever that I remember, we had a beautiful a day like
the
today.
Weather?
The sun was shining, the clay was glowing, everyone was in happy spirits, and obviously the quality of tennis. But I mean, look at the evening like this. If you love tennis, if you are either a fan or a player or somehow involved with our sport, this is the only place where you want to be right now.
Absolutely. You've been out on court having a hit. You're back in the Legends, and we may even have a hit coming up next week. We might have a little bit of fun with that, but we've got a big show to get through today. Alex de Minaur, now he broke the player boycott from the top 10 and did speak to us, so we got 3 questions with him, which we really appreciate, so that's coming up for you later on. We've had our first big upset, some big names have won, we've had the lot, and we had an Aussie winner today as well in James Duckworth. So he's had some problems over the years in terms of his health and his body. Hot today to get a win day one of the tournament for a player like him and his journey. That's really important, isn't it?
It's so important, and it's also great that he managed to do that on Sunday, so he's going to have an extra recovery at that stage of his career. He really needs it. And I mean, the conditions were not easy. It was not crazy hot because we don't have the humidity in Paris, unlike some other tournaments. But I think because we had really bad weather leading up to Paris, all the clay court tournaments, players wouldn't be having the chance to get used to the hot conditions. So I think that took everyone by surprise today.
What took us by surprise was Gabriela Diallo. Unfortunately, Gabrielle had to withdraw from the match, set down. So Ducks with a good start. We caught up with him. James, it's a bit of a cliche. No one likes to win in that style, but bigger picture, couldn't be much better for you, could it, given the conditions?
Yeah, look, it was unfortunate for Gabriel. I've known him a few years now. We practiced together quite a bit, and it was unfortunate for him that they had to withdraw. But I thought up until he decided to stop, I thought I was playing a pretty good match, and I can, I guess, rest up now for a couple of days and get ready for Wednesday. You
mentioned your opponents. They're both in really good form, aren't they? Kovacevic and also Hodar, who's one of the most talked about players at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting match. Obviously, like you said, Hodar has been playing well these last few months. His ranking shot up pretty quick, but Kova's been playing some good tennis, especially last week, and when he's on, he's a very good player. So hopefully they can play for 10 hours tomorrow, and hopefully they'll be a little bit tired.
Just 2 Aussies in action today. The other one, unfortunately, on the women's side of the draw, Ajla Tomljanovic, she was up a set and a break and looking good, but couldn't quite get the job done against a very good player in Katie McNally.
Yeah, it's one of those tough ones to digest, because you feel like you are almost on your way to the locker room after a good day in the office, and suddenly you find yourself fighting through in the third set. And unfortunately, Alia could not get the things done, but nothing to take away from Katie. She's such a great competitor.
Marta Kostyuk was a big winner today. She has been in super form. You've got to consider her in the top 7 or 8 picks for this tournament, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I would pick her as one of the dark horses. I mean, she is fit. The way she was hitting the ball in Madrid. Obviously, one thing is to win a Masters 1000, and then another thing to win a Slam. Yeah. I mean, emotionally, that's just another level to push yourself to. But do we feel like she's got the tennis? Absolutely, yes. She's very, very confident. Like I said, fit-wise, she's ready to go the distance. I mean, hot, cold, it doesn't really matter to her. And it was a good start today.
It was, and tough situation for her too, and she spoke about it after the win over Oksana Selek-Makteva. Let's take a listen to what she was playing with on her mind.
I think it was one of the most difficult matches of my career. This morning, 100 meters away from my parents' house, the missile destroyed the building, and it was a very difficult morning for me. I didn't know how this match is going to turn around for me. I didn't know how I will handle it. I've been crying part of the morning, and I don't want to talk about myself today. I'm obviously very pleased to be in the second round, but all my thoughts and all my heart goes to people of Ukraine today. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you. Slava Ukraini.
Incredible, and as Australians we had this discussion just prior to recording the show. It's so hard for us to relate to a conflict zone like that, and what she's doing is quite remarkable, playing for something so much bigger. Mirra Andreeva today, she's another one of those ones in that top 7 or 8 fancies for this tournament, do you think?
I think so, yeah, definitely. I would put her there with Marta Kostyuk as a big possible surprise. I think she's starting to be much more mature. I think Conchita Martinez, obviously one of the best coaches we have on the tour. She knows what it takes to win big on clay, especially. She's doing such a great job, still being patient, but when she needs to have a word with Mirra and tell her how she would like to have things done. And I think Mirra is starting to be a little bit more humbled. That's one thing I'm asking from Mirra. You have Conchi in your box. Just listen to whatever she's got to say. I know you like to do things your way, but there is a point where it's about finding the balance. Yes, I am stubborn, I am confident, but at the same time I gotta use the quality of my coach as well.
Fiona Ferro, it was a French woman who she was playing against, and she tried to speak a little French at the end of the win as well.
Sometimes I get tense, but today I just told myself, well, I don't know, whatever happens, happens. I got a little bit tentative, a little bit tense at 401, 3 double faults, a lot of mistakes, and obviously, she started heat winners, and I kept making mistakes again, but I just told myself that it's also not easy to come back. So I was like, okay, if she comes back and I continue playing so-so, then okay, good for her, but I just told myself that, okay, I'm just gonna try to do what I can for every point, and I'm super happy that it didn't go at 4-all or to the third set.
Always entertaining when you catch up with Mirra, no doubt about that. Entertaining today was Sasha Zverev. You called this match against another French player in Benjamin Bonzi. You were really impressed, weren't you?
I was, Chris, and you could look at the result and say, okay, it's a straightforward victory, kind of what we expected, but no, it's the way that Sasha was able to win today. He was serve and volleying, first and second serve, drop shots, coming in, I believe, more than 25 times.
Wow, variety.
So, yeah, a couple of times, okay, he missed some easy volleys, but he was trying to do something different. And I feel like maybe, just maybe, it's the time in his career that he feels like, okay, whatever I've done up to this point, it's been great. Now, will I want to take some risks to add those things that, from the outside, it's so easy to say.
Something has to change, doesn't it? So close.
And everyone kind of knows exactly. I'm sure Sasha as well, but it's tough to break through in your brain to take those risks, because Sasha has had such an incredible career. And one thing I do want to point out, he has been so consistent and physically being in such a great shape for such a long time, so many years, hardly ever pulling out. We have to give so much credit to Jess Green as well, one of the best physical coaches on the tour.
We've had a big upset today. Well, you could put a little caveat on that. Yes, Taylor Fritz is a top 10 seed here, but he hasn't been playing like that, has he? But Nasesh Basavaredi, that's one of the wins of his career, no doubt.
Yeah, and he is so exciting to watch. He brings so much joy and energy, and it's not easy to play against someone like Taylor because they know each other so well, but most of the match he was really dominating, and okay, he had a match point in the third set, didn't get things done, but I was gonna say it was almost as good as a straightforward 3-set victory. So it was very well done to bounce back in the fourth set, kind of put that losing third set behind him, which is not easy when you are so close for such an incredible win of your career. So very well done to him.
Let's hear from him.
Yeah, what a match. Taylor's obviously a great player, so super happy to get through that, especially after losing the third set. But first French Open main draw, and all the support, it's incredible. So thank you all. All the players work to play their best in these tournaments, and for me to do that today, it means the world. So really excited for the rest of the week.
A moment he will never forget, no doubt about that. Other winners today, Fonseca, Menchik, Karen Khachanov as well, but one upset. Another one brewing early, Novak Djokovic on court, Philippe Chatrier as we speak, and it's game on too against Mpechi Pericard, who we know has weapons. You can catch the highlights, the mini or the full replay right here on Stan Sport. We'll have a reaction to it tomorrow should Novak go down. That would be quite the story. Who's your football team? You into football? I know you love your golf. Check out her socials. She has got a swing. I tell you what, but football?
Football, yeah. I mean, living in France now and before in Italy, pretty much I was forced into it to start with, but now I genuinely enjoy it, and Paris Saint-Germain is my team.
PSG, so over the back behind us, PSG, and of course they're playing this weekend against Arsenal in the Champions League final. You'll see it on Stan Sport. An Arsenal fan, Aleksandar Vukic. Well, Alex, I think your head is here at Roland-Garros, but your heart, it might be elsewhere, in Budapest perhaps. You're a massive Arsenal fan. How did this come about? How madly passionate are you about them?
Yeah, I love them, mate. I love them. Like you said, my head is here, but you know, it's I know one what they've just achieved, so I'm still buzzing. I will be buzzing for the next few months. But yeah, this next week, hopefully I'm still here. But you know, worst case scenario, hopefully I can watch them play over there, or go in London and celebrate with them also. So it's a lot going on right now.
You did put in a sneaky question whether Stan could perhaps access some tickets for you, so
Yeah.
we'll look into that.
Yeah,
You've seen them play. Do you have a favourite player or a favourite memory from the matches you've been to?
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, you can't go past Saka or Rice. I think, but the addition of Rice for me he's just a workhorse, man. He's just like, the passion he has for the club. Like, as a fan, it's funny because like I'm playing here, you know, like I'm not bad at tennis, but it's also like I'm now like a fan, you know, and like I'm so much more emotional about it. I'm like I gotta relax. But you know what he does for the club, and how much effort, his discipline, his determination, just in that position as well, such a key role for us is massive. So he's been great, and then also Gabriel, also in the centre back. I mean, he's so dangerous. You see everyone. He's one of those guys that like people hate to play against, and people love to have in their team, for sure.
I can tell you could talk about this all day. As you said, you're pretty handy at tennis. You were actually pretty good though as well, weren't you, at football? And there was even a point where you had to make a choice, right? Yeah,
for sure. I was probably playing tennis and football until I was around 13, 14, and then kind of had to decide. And for me, it was more of a no-brainer to go into tennis. But yeah, I grew up playing it. My dad was actually coaching my team growing up, so it was it's always been in my life.
So that's all to come on Sunday. Busy day to come, day 2 here. 8 Australians in action, including Vukic. Alex de Minaur at the top of the list, 8th seed, but his form has been a little patchy of late, hasn't it?
Yeah, but Alex is such an experienced player, and sometimes you need those 2-3 matches to have under your belt to kind of have the confidence. And you know, he moves so well on clay. He's such a great fighter, and it's basically those 2 things that you need to play well in Roland-Garros. So I wouldn't be surprised if he suddenly plays his best tennis, because he does have the experience how to get himself in the best shape for Grand Slam.
He's been in good form here previously, the quarterfinals last year, the shock loss from 2-0 against Bublik. But he spoke to us, as I said at the top. We didn't think he was going to, but at the last minute he agreed, so we appreciate that. Let's hear from him. Alex, you've admitted it's been a bit of a slump, but Hamburg last week, making it through to the semi-finals there, how important was that, and how did you turn it around?
Yeah, it was exactly what we were looking for. We decided to take kind of a late entry into Hamburg in need of matches. Had been a bleak month, to say the least, and honestly, the only thing I was looking for was to try to get the monkey off my back, just try to get one win. And you know, when the draw came out, it was a pretty brutal draw, but I ended up playing 4 top 20 players, played 4 really good matches, exactly what I was looking for, got my mojo back, and now feeling great, ready to go here in Paris.
So your first opponent, Toby Samuel, his first ever Grand Slam main draw. How do you go about scouting for him, and what do you know of him?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, you look at his matches here in the qualifying. He had a great win over Goffin, and I've been able to watch a little bit of that. Obviously, as you said, he hasn't been on tour for much. He's just come out of college, so look, he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's got, I'm sure he's going to throw the kitchen sink, and I'm excited for a battle. It should be a lot of fun, and hopefully I can make it physical.
Rinky Hijikata has got a tough draw against Tommy Paul, who, like Alex, was in nice form at Hamburg this week.
Yeah, he's coming in and playing some great tennis, and Tommy is very, very experienced player. He loves playing on clay. He's got such a beautiful, smooth technique, and yeah, that's going to be a tough test too.
Let's hear from Rinky.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, it's been a long clay season, and I feel like I've been getting better week to week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being back here and then getting out there and playing on Monday.
What did you make of the first round opponent, Tommy Paul, a guy that you know pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very tough. Obviously, he's been having a great week in Hamburg. I watched a bit of his match against Demon yesterday. He's playing some good ball, so you know, I'm going to have to play well I'm going to have to play a really good match. But you know, I'm feeling comfortable on the clay, and yeah, looking forward to it.
What's the key for you for a good performance, especially on the clay?
I don't know. I guess, you know, I feel like I'm definitely gotten a lot more comfortable on it. I feel like I'm returning and serving probably much better than I have in previous years, and yeah, I guess just kind of finding different ways to win points and you know, getting my legs under me, and I feel like I'm feeling strong and fit at the moment, so that's always a positive, and yeah, I feel like I'm playing some good tennis.
It is a bit of an Aussie fest here. We're going to hear from all of them and give them their moment in the sun. Speaking of that, Philippe Chatrier, I'm trying to say it as well as I can. Emerson Jones, a teenager taking on a 4-time champion here in Iga Swiatek. How do you prepare and get your head around that?
First things first, I feel like she has to start doing her warm-up as soon as she wakes up.
Yep.
Because that's one thing where you have to catch Iga early on in the match, especially on Philippe Chatrier. She comes with a mission. Like, she does not take any time to build herself into the match, like her intensity from the first point, and that's where she wins most of the matches on that court, because it's like it's a 4-all in the third set, and it's the first point of the match. So it's so important for her to really be ready that Iga's gonna come out firing from the word go and somehow try to weather the storm early on at the beginning of the match. Obviously, it is very overwhelming to play someone like Iga on that stage. One last thing I'm going to say, the court is so big,
yes.
So it's so important that she doesn't lose the space between the baseline and the fence, and that she always kind of tries to recover and keep herself grounded.
Just those dimensions. It's quite an intimidating atmosphere, no doubt about it. Let's hear from our former world number 1 junior. Emerson, your first Roland-Garros main draw, and you get a 4-time champ, Iga Swiatek. How did you find out?
I actually didn't see the draw. My manager and my coach were like, "Oh, should we tell her? Like, have you told her?" And I'm like, "What?" I knew it was going to be bad, but yeah, it's tough.
How do you react to it? Do you see it as an opportunity? It's not the first time, because Australian Open, you had another one, didn't you?
I've had a few tough first rounds, the 3 slams I've played. So, I mean, I'm used to seeing who I have first round now, I think. But yeah, it's going to be a great experience, I think. Definitely, you know, not being in Australia and being able to play, hopefully, on a big stage against a 4-time champion, world number 3. So, yeah.
Daria Kasatkina is back, and it's good to see too, because she's had a bit going on off court as well. She's spoken about that at length. But some of her form, a title, even if it is on the lower level of the tour, it still means something on clay, doesn't it? It gives you a little bit of confidence.
It's still winning matches,
yeah,
and that's what's the most important thing. And Daria is such a natural, fluent player on clay. She's got that incredible ability to change the momentum, pace of the ball, so she can be very awkward, beautiful drop shots and hands as well, so she can always be dangerous on any given day. And always great to chat to her as well.
Well, you know, the beginning of the clay court season was so-and-so. Also, you know, coming back from the small injury I picked in Dubai, so I had to skip US swing as Sunshine Double and Charleston. So I had to adjust my schedule a little bit. So yeah, then had played pretty good in Spain. You know, won the tournament there, got back in form. You know, got plenty of matches, which what I was looking for. And then played pretty good tennis in Strasbourg the last week, you know. Also played 5 matches in 6 days, which I think my body forgot a little bit how to deal with this. So, yeah, but that's important. I mean, that's what I was looking for, and yeah, I mean, cannot complain now. Maya Joint in action. She had an outstanding season last year. A couple of titles, became a seeded player at Grand Slam level.
couple of months off with injury. How hard is that when it halts your momentum as a youngster on the way up?
Yeah, it is hard because you have to fight that being impatient, but at the same time, as much as you don't wish it to anyone, it's also good to make her feel like how much she loves tennis, and all the time that she had to be away, she's going to be so much more hungry, so much more grateful and appreciated for everything she does, because sometimes it's so easy to start taking things for granted, especially when you're doing well. You kind of think, okay, this is normal, and having to be away from it, she's going to be even more hungry now.
She takes on Anastasia Potapova. Maya, welcome back to the tour. A bit of a break earlier this year. It must feel good just to be back out there and hitting balls again.
Yeah, I mean, definitely feels good to be back. Just trying to improve with every match I'm playing. Obviously, it hasn't been a terrific start to the year and not really what I was hoping for to start, but every match is a new match, every day is a new day. So, yeah, just trying to enjoy myself and, yeah.
Good to be back on clay specifically. Your first title, of course, were about last year, coming on this surface. It's comfortable for you?
Yeah, I really enjoy clay. I find it really fun to play on it, being able to slide. I grew up on clay quite a bit, so I feel pretty comfortable on it. And obviously Rabat was a really special moment. Yeah.
And finally, Talia Gibson, after an outstanding last 6 months, she takes on Yulia Putintseva, who I don't think there's been a season of Grand Slam Daily yet where we haven't spoken about Yulia for some sort of reason. She's combative.
You know, it's one of the joys of my retirement that I do not have to deal with that, because it's tricky. And I think for Talia it's so important to just really focus on her side of the net and accept everything that's going to be thrown at her during the points, between the points, and just really focus on her things and get the job done.
Yep, well, she's in great form. First of all, congratulations on the outstanding season to date. The first part of the year, just incredible. How do you feel about what you've been able to achieve this year?
Yeah, very proud. I think still thinking about it right now, you know, it still gives me goosebumps just going back to those moments. And yeah, those matches that I was able to win definitely wasn't expected. So I think, yeah, I was able to get an enormous amount of confidence from how well I did in the US.
Some of the big names tomorrow, big stories, especially here in Paris. Gael Monfils saying farewell. The sport of tennis is so much better for having had Gael as part of it, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's been such incredible everything to our sport, on the court, off the court. We saw it the other night, how much he has meant to everyone, and having that caliber of players turning up for his little event 2 days ago, which was for Gael and his friends. What a match! What a day it is going to be for him, for us, for everyone.
Hopefully, it's not the last one
Let's
yet.
hope.
But Gael, the great, could it be? Au revoir.
I think tennis gave me everything. Took me like from early age to bring me here now, almost till 40. So for me, tennis is. I'm very grateful to this sport. Teach me a lot of things. Give me a lot of things. So I'm very grateful. About tennis.
Now, we can't forget about Stan Wawrinka as well. It's his last Roland-Garros, so he's in action tomorrow. Also Casper Ruud, Ben Shelton, so some big names that we'll update you on in our next show. For the women's big names there too, Rybakina and Svitolina. You really, really like Svitolina, like Barbara Schett yesterday, don't you? Is she your tip too for the title?
I think she's our tip for both Babsi and I. Just the way she played in Rome, and I actually felt like in Australia she already had a big chance. I thought she was playing amazing tennis, but she did not have the belief. On clay she has the belief. And I mean the experience, the variety, fitness levels. I mean, I don't know how she does that to be as explosive and as fast on the court as she is. And one thing she does incredibly well, at least whenever I played against her, I always felt like I was off balance and wrong-footed, because she not only moves players well left and right, but always plays with the distance of the ball, which on clay is so important. So to me, she's the full package. Obviously, feeling half French because of her husband, she's going to have a lot of support here, and I really wish for her. I think she really, really deserves at least one slam.
You're giving me ammunition. I know now for when we have a hit next week, I'm going to give you some short balls, some deep balls. I'm going to push you side to side like Alina Svitolina.
It's the key on clay. I mean, we always talk about having a long rallies, moving players left and right, but we saw it today how many drop shots players were trying to hit, because on clay, it's definitely the advantage that you have more time and ability to move players backwards and forwards, and whoever does that the best is going to win a lot of matches on this surface.
A la Carlos Alcaraz. Now, he's not in the tournament, but who wins it for you? Can anyone topple Jannik Sinner?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, with all due respect to Sasha Zverev, the youngsters, the one name that I think we're going to be mentioning more and more is Rafa Joder. I am a huge fan. I think this kid is going to do something very special very quickly, but I just feel like Jannik is playing his own tournament on his in his own universe, and just the maturity, the management of his energy, what he does in all aspects of his life, and how much none of this has changed him. I think, again, we must not forget, just like always, to mention Darren and Simone. I mean, that whole setup they've got going, it's, I think, one of the best in sports in general.
Well, that's a wrap for the opening day's play here at Roland-Garros. A beautiful evening, a beautiful day, and hopefully for you at home, that's been a beautiful show. Daniela, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget, we are available as a podcast as well. Every match for you right here on Stan Sport. The highlights, minis and full replays too, and we will see you again tomorrow.
For the second Grand Slam of the year.
Into the second round for a third time here.
Aleksandar Zverev off to a very comfortable start.
Oh, brilliantly done. And Hailey Baptiste comes back from the brink.
Well, as Mirra Andreeva, one of the most informed players heading into Roland-Garros.
It's joy for Jones. Showed her fight, her grit, her toughness.
Is a lovely touch. Past it already.
What a phenomenal matchup that we have tonight.
He's got it. Oh, magnificent. His persistence pays off.